Hi guys, welcome back to Rev Solution. Today's video, I've got the Yamaha TRICITY, or Tri-City, however you want to pronounce it. This bike is a 229cc single cylinder engine producing a 26 brake horsepower, 20.6 kilowatts at 7,250 RPM. The torque on this one, you're looking at 29 Newton meters at 5,750 RPM. It is an automatic bike with a V belt. Obviously it's belt drive, and Yamaha have got a V-belt style on it. The litre per mile capacity that you're going to get on this bike, you're looking at 3.3 litres per 100 kilometres or per 60 miles. So it's a decent average commuter bike to get yourself around town.
Alright guys, so we're going to start by taking the bike in kind of an urban environment. Ideally I'd like to get into a city. The route I'm going to be taking now isn't really going to be taking me through a city. I'm going to be going up to good old Lumi's Motor Cafe, grab a coffee. Thinking about brunch, but I'm not really that hungry, to be honest. I tell you what, since I've been riding this bike, I really do genuinely like it. It's different. I wouldn't buy one, and the reason I wouldn't buy one is because I've got a motorcycle license. However, for those people who are obviously on a car license, who want to get onto two wheels, this is your answer. But also that doesn't want to have a restricted 125 CBT, etc, etc. It handles just like a motorcycle. There's no, it doesn't feel any different to riding a normal bike, which is quite nice. I have noticed though that using the foot brake with the heel is a lot more effective than trying to use it with your toes, because it's got a combined braking system. When you pull the front lever, as in any motorcycle, just the front brakes apply. Use the rear, or sorry, your heel, and it applies front and rear. So you've obviously got two discs running at the front and the single disc running at the rear, so you get that combined braking power, and you can definitely feel it. But this is the party trick. So coming in nice and slowly, under 6 miles an hour, press the button, hold the brake, because obviously we're on the hill. I'll put my rear foot on the rear brake, and there we go. We are literally just sat with the bike balancing its, oh fuck, that didn't work though on the hill. Okay, so if you do lean ever so slightly, because you can hold this bike at whatever angle you set it at, really. So if you want it at a silly lean, you can do so. That was slightly leaning to the near side, so as I pulled away, the gyroscope just gave out, as it should do, and she leant the full way, which is never good when you're on a full lean. So yeah, make sure you bolt upright. But I generally think that this bike, for a city commuter, is absolutely fantastic. Because let's look at it from this point of view. If you've got a person on a car licence, they're driving in and out of the city every day, or every now and again they need to get into the city, but they don't want to ride a motorcycle because, let's face it, it's going to cost you the best part of nearly £1,000 just to get the licence. If you fail first time round, that's going to cost you more money going forward. So it is quite an expensive gig trying to get a motorcycle. So therefore, if you go and get a good old Tri-City, whatever you want to call it, you can be on your motorcycle, be it, well, on your scooter, to go in and out of the city, get your commuting done, and then jump back in your car when you don't need the bike. Because as everyone says, you do not need a bike license to ride the Tri-City. I think Tri-City is quite a posh way of putting it. It's spelled Tri-City. It's a Tri-City bike, be it the 3 wheels, but it's not too bad. Out of all scooters I've ridden, this is definitely up there. Obviously the Forza 750, that was good. This doesn't have a lot of power though. 26 brake horsepower. It's not going to set the world on fire. Let's try the stability again. And brake, there we go. I'm not touching the floor. This bike is running upright from its own power. But then the issue is, like you saw a minute ago, trying to get this thing moving again without putting your feet down. Yeah, it's not got a lot of power, so you are going to... The good thing about it is, because it's not got a lot of power, it makes you want to plan the ride a little bit more, rather than just pin it and go for an overtake, pin it and go for an overtake, because you've got to plan your overtakes. Right, we're going to go after these guys here on the left, on the right. Now get my left foot ready just in case. See if we can nail it again. Here we go, and off the rear brake, and there we go. Once you nail it, it's actually really good. Now, even though it's got two wheels at the front, it doesn't actually seem that bad, as in like filtering. It's probably no wider than my Kawasaki GTR. Alright, 25 to 40. It gets there. There's no issue with that. 40 to 50 roll on. Obviously it's automatic. Yeah, it's, like I said, it is not going to set the world on fire.
Now, the other good thing about the Tricity, I don't know if I want to call it the Tricity, Tri-City. I'm just going to call it Tri-City. Is that it can be ridden on a Category B license over here in the United Kingdom, which means if you've got a full car license, you can pick one of these up and you can ride it with no training whatsoever. What I would say is, so yes, you can ride it with no training, but I would definitely go and do a CBT, 100, 125 quid, 150 quid, just to get some experience from a person who actually knows what they're doing when it comes to motorcycles and scooters, just so you've got an idea when it comes to going out on the road on your own. Because at the end of the day, yes, this machine will stand up on its own when you press the button to activate it. However, as soon as you release that button, you've got the full mobility of a normal motorcycle, and it will fall over. So you need to understand how a motorcycle works, how a scooter works, and get your confidence up. So yeah, I personally go out and get a CVT. Now also with the bike, because it is classed as a trike, technically you don't actually need a helmet when you ride this thing. I would throw that out the window though, and always ride this with a helmet, because let's face it, if you come off, you're going to hit the deck and it's going to hurt, if not kill you. So always wear your lid. So the reason why this comes in as a tricycle is down to the wheel base, basically. If it's rear or front dual wheel like this, if it's over 460 millimeters center to center here, then you technically class it as a tricycle. So this one actually comes in at 470 millimeters. So therefore it's a tricycle. You don't need a motorcycle license. The Nikan, that comes in a lot closer. That's under 460 millimeters. Therefore, that is still technically classed as a motorcycle, and you need a full Category A license in the UK. But the Tricity, you don't. Good old B license for this one. The styling of it, I think, looks really nice as well. I do like, let's just try and turn the wheels. I do like how the wheels are designed. I'm not blowing smoke up Yamaha's backside here, but having ridden this for a full day, I am actually really enjoying the bike. The design of it looks really futuristic as well. Now, I almost want to say that the front end looks kind of like, do you remember back in the, I think it was the 80s, you had the Robocop movies, and you had that big robot with the like Gatling gun style on its hands. It kind of looks like that at the front end. It is a really good looking front end to the bike. It looks futuristic, it looks stylish, and for a person who's riding a motorcycle on a car license, I mean, the styling is definitely up there with some bikes that's going to do a lot of head turning.